Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Reforged Eden 1.6. In the last episode we went to orbit, we visited the Derelict Spaceship, and we found the colony logs. In this episode I intend to go and visit the Derelict Station and see what's going on there. Hopefully we can survive, but not with the comet, unfortunately. So it's time for the comet to go. She did a good job for us, but unfortunately she doesn't have a warp drive, so she had to go. Now that we've gained a couple of levels, we have warp drive capability, so the plan is to bring in her little sister, who's just a tiny little bit bigger. It's basically the comet with a warp drive slapped on the back. So I did the same thing here. I just connected to a box before I started to dismantle the comet, and everything's popped in here. Just drag everything to your hotbar after you connect to the box, and then you can just pop it into your factory. Now so far I've managed to escape the joys of mining. Every scrap of resources that we've managed to achieve has all gone into factory, or I've dragged it all back to base. And we're not doing too bad. So we will need to do some mining, but so far I've managed to avoid it. My advice is to pick something that costs an insane amount of resources and select that as your factory item. And then you can just pop anything in you like. My factory's starting to look fairly healthy at this stage. And also, we've been managing to just get by without any food production, which is fine. So, we've managed to get by just living off colony scraps, or should I say, the dead colony scraps. It does go to show that you don't actually need to waste too much time in the early stages of the game going around trying to mine all those crappy little resources. I don't mind mining in games, but in this game it's particularly tedious unless you have the right tools for the job. And I don't like hand mining, and I try to avoid it. So this is the Comet, Warp Edition. We'll slap in some pentaxid and some fuel and oxygen. You guys may have noticed that I've done some upgrades to the base. Nothing special, just I managed to get all the steel blocks and replace all those wooden ones, so we're a bit more secure. I've also added some heavy windows, which gives us a nice view, although the view never stays nice here on Sienna. Just the mornings are nice, and then we get this cloud that just stays. So the plan here is to just take what we need, grab what we can. That's only going to be essential to our journey again. We're going to need the basics: fuel, oxygen, some food supplies. And considering that we haven't been doing any food production whatsoever, we're doing quite well. The fridge is doing okay. I really don't want to invest heavily in this base, as we're just going to be packing up soon and moving on to a new system. Give you guys a quick look at the Comet, Warp Edition. It's nothing special, again. It really just helps out in the early game. It's just cheap, and it does what it says on the tin. So let's grab a few more bits and pieces then, and I think we're going to head out to that Derelict Station. I'm sure we'll need some firepower, some ammo. I've got a full array of meds on me, So I think the right thing to do here is just take off. Make sure ammo is loaded. I can assure you we're definitely going to be avoiding all contact that involves any type of conflict. Unfortunately, the Comet has a fighting capability of a slug, so transportation only. So the Derelict Station is the first mission waypoint that's actually required us to have the capability to be able to warp. Now if you look in the top right, we can see the station. Well, I'm guessing that must be the station. Our little scanner at the moment though is probably not going to pick that up. So for now we'll just fly in that direction. Trust me, it's a waste of time just pinging off the scanner. It's not going to pick anything up. As we make our way there, give you guys a little look at the Comet. It's a very basic ship. There's a small bit of lift, a very good bit of cargo capacity considering its size. So there must be some resources over there, which happens to be right up close to where we're going, the Derelict Space Station. So we'll head towards this and see what this is. You guys may have noticed that the ping from the radar picked up the heat signature, but it didn't pick up the station. But the station is getting picked up on the map on the top right. As we get closer to this heat signature, if I just move my nose across it now, it should pick it up. And if we set off a ping, we should pick up the station as well. Now later on we will get access to a long-range radar, I think, which will come in very handy because the distance that this can pick up things is just, it's basically not even worth having it really. So let's home in on this derelict station, see what joys it brings. Again, we're just here to look for some logs, so hopefully we'll get some salvage for here as well. We're doing really well from salvage, just managing to get by on what we're salvaging and scavenging from all the semi-destroyed bases and spaceships that belonged to the Lost Colony. Now I can hear those abominations. I keep calling them horrors for some reason. So I'm going to take my time. I'm going to loot these boxes. I may as well start putting things straight into the Comet. Now I did change my booster to do this. I replaced the jetpack booster with the radiation one because I knew it was going to be in space. And I think last time I visited this location on another playthrough, I picked up some radiation, so I could be wrong, but I added it anyway, just for good measure. I need to find the way in. I can hear them. It sounds like there's lots of them as well. Just go and take a look around. Looks like a couple of overseers in there. So as we get up to the top, we're going to be dealing with them. Don't think I can get in here. Oh, he's going to fall off the platform. They will just follow you around and then just fall out into the confines of space. I'm not actually in a great location here. These guys are jumping all over the place. I would prefer to be in a long hallway and you can control them a little bit better where they're going to be running around. Cute. So let's make our way in. I'm sure there's going to be more fun. I don't think we can salvage this base if I remember rightly. I think the core is protected or something. I brought some cores with me anyway, so we'll test it. Guy at 1 o'clock, hanging out by the lift. Looks like he wants to stay there. He's coming running out now. I am trying to conserve my ammo, but these guys, they do like to wiggle around a little bit. So that's level 16, so we're progressing nicely. Now you can cheese this game a little bit and just go and land on a planet that's got lots of aggressive wildlife. Level up to 25 quite quickly, but I'm trying just to not cheese that element and just level up as we're going along. Now I did boost the XP a tiny bit to help us along, or else we could have been stuck on Sienna for a bit of a longer, boring time. So I'm going to hit that issue again, yeah, where the jetpack cuts out when you use the elevator. I'm sure we're going to get some action here. Hello. Well, that was lucky, because they can hit quite hard. I'm not sure that's hurting him while I'm shooting. I don't think aliens have bits and pieces that you can shoot off there. Now it's a shame this is going down like this. I'd prefer not to get into a conflict in an elevator. But to be honest, this base is tight and there's not a lot of places to run back to get some cover or some distance. So if these guys make their way down, I'm going to need to run away, I guess. For now, this is going well. I'm going through ammo quite nicely. I think that queen is stuck. Quick reload and make our way up, I think. I'm not sure where the best place to hit these things are. Is it in the abdomen? In the head? They seem to have like a really hard, husky head. Because I've shot them in the face many times and they don't seem to drain any health more than hitting them in the abdomen does. Shouldn't have missed that first shot. I guess we're getting closer to those overseers because the growling is getting louder. Now this loot box can only be accessed by this lift shaft, I think. You can see it from the floor below, but you can't damage the steel that's in front of it. Okay, I think we'll just make our way up again now. Just trying to determine if it's worth shooting out any of those metal grates, if there's anything behind them, but I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I want to run in there again. I'm not sure how many there is. I think there's more than 2. Going to have to take a peek, I guess. These things hit quite hard. I think that was a headshot. Again, you can hit these things in the head and you don't seem to take an awful lot of their health out. I do try and get some shots in the heart sometimes to see if that makes a difference. Seems to have gone quiet. Looks like they're jammed up, which is nice. If you can see what I mean here. I mean, I'm shooting that guy in the face. Either I need to be shooting them somewhere else, or they got a really high health pool. Okay, so I think the coast is clear. Quickly loot these bodies and give you guys a look at this. Again, if you're interested in the backstory, guys, just you're welcome to pause the video. So that's our mission objective. We just need to download some more data. The schematics will come in useful. So I think we'll just take all the loot we can and make our way out again. Something up there. This looks like an ultra rare, so we should get something nice. If I can get up there. A heavy armor. I've got a few of those now. I'm still using the light armor. Some neo and some platinum. That's nice. So this is what I was telling you about earlier. The core being indestructible. Well, that's what it says. I think I'd write that as well if I didn't want anybody to destroy it. A heavy assault, an epic one. But I'm not going to waste the ammo trying to find out if that core is destructible or not. I think we'll just make our way down. I could hear a spider earlier on, but I don't know where he is. Probably behind one of these grates. Just trying to work out really if it's worth, but it's worth shooting this one. Missed that one earlier. I think I've checked most of this stuff. We'll grab whatever food we can. And that's the loot container I was telling you about earlier. We can't destroy this block in front of it, but we did get access when we were up on the upper floor. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's one way of getting down, I suppose. So I think I've checked everything here. We may as well just make our way back to the comet. Quick rest. Now I can see the medical sign. There should be a medical device in here. Thank you. Top up the health. Food is good to go. We've had a rest. Found ourselves a nice cheeseburger. So let's go and find the comet again. So that was the derelict station, belonging to the Lost Colony. So now our next mission, our personal mission, is to find neodymium. Now normally, you can find neodymium on desert planets. It's normally a good place to look. Now we really need some neo just to put into the factory. I really want to get a CV going, a capital vessel. So let's make our way to the Delta 3 sector. Watch out for flashing imagery, guys. So this planet is a bit of a contrast to what we're used to. Sienna is a nice icy cold planet. I'm sure this one's going to be nice and hot. Just dropping some pings because I suspect there's some Xeraxian activity in the vicinity. Map is picking up some kind of station, but the radar is not. I don't really want to check that station out yet. Looks like the drones have picked up on our activity. I think we're moving along fast enough not to get too much hassle off them. So let's press onwards towards Delta 3. Looks like we've discovered the pirate clans. I'm sure we'll be paying them a visit soon. For now, just want to make our way down to planet side. Hopefully we can find some unguarded deposits of neodymium. But I think that's very slim. And if we can meet some other factions, that may be a base down here, that would be nice. So ideally I'm going to be looking for deposits of neodymium, other factions, and if we really get lucky, you never know, we might actually find a crashed space vessel, a capital vessel. Okay, so we've discovered the Polaris. We won't stop and say hi just now. We'll keep to our objective, which is to find neodymium. We could have a chance of trading with these guys, but I don't really want to waste too much camera time dealing with them right now. It looks like could be a colonist over here. There's plenty of deposits, nothing big, and no Neo yet. So I think there's a high chance of the Zirax pretty much guarding every single deposit of Neo we find. Now my secondary plan is maybe to find a crashed capital vessel, because quite often they have lots of juicy thrusters still attached, and they're such a good source of neodymium when you throw them into your factory. Now luckily I did manage to bring a few cores with me, never leave home without them. So we've discovered the colonist. Not sure if some of you just heard my cat then. He likes to get a bit of attention, just as I'm running face on into some Zirax. Just checking out the map, looks like we have 11 deposits of undiscovered neodymium still. To avoid any potential conflict with the drones for now. I could waste some ammo and take a couple down. It's only a small deposit though. My cat's meowing again. And that there's a patrol vessel. I think we'll be flying the other way. It would be really nice to try and get on board that thing. If I could get on board with my sniper, I could take care of that thing nicely. But I'm not going to get anywhere near that thing. It's probably heavily gunned. So apologies for you guys watching. It's about to get dark, but I do need to try and discover an unguarded source of neodymium, or like I said, a destroyed capital vessel or a crash landed vessel. So in these situations, when it's pitch black like this and you can't see the surface of the planet, it's a little bit tricky to determine what your height is. But if you just take a look at the meter on the left, you've got your orbit and your ground distance, and you can just check that out there. Just make sure that your ground distance is at least 100 meters or so. Sometimes I end up flying a bit lower. Like when I'm looking at a map instead of where I'm going. Okay, I think we'll backtrack away from that one. So So I've been unlucky so far. There is a medium deposit there. But that's in the colonist territory. I don't fancy getting a negative reputation with them just yet. If I can avoid that, I'd prefer to. So it looks like there's another faction up here. Looks like the traders. I think that's their colour. Apologies to you guys for conducting this search on the dark side of this planet, but I really do need to kind of make sure that I'm searching everywhere. I'd like to find a nice easy location where I can just mine what I need, really. And that's too many Xerax just for a small deposit. It's not worth wasting ammo. In fact, I don't think I'd have enough. So that heat signature would be worth checking out. Some kind of alien installation. Just right now it's so dark. That artifact, I could try and do this now, but it's a bit dark. Might get an opportunity to pop back. I'm going to stick with the program for now because it's so easy to get distracted and go running off and doing things on the side. I'm going to stick with the plan. We're searching for Neo, or we're searching for a crashed vessel. There's got to be one around here somewhere. Forgetting to keep my eye on the distance to the ground there. And that's what we're looking for. Now hopefully this has a few of its thrusters still active and not destroyed, and we could be really lucky. I'm just taking a look at the sky. The sun is going to come up soon, which would be nice. It's got lots of thrusters. That's really good. I think we and that's the patrol HQ. We should get what we're looking for here, I think. We should be able to get enough Neo for our capital vessel. What I'm hoping now is that we don't get disturbed by drones. So let's see what happens. Let's connect to a container. Now to dismantle all these thrusters in one piece, we need to drop a core down and take command of this vessel. If we didn't drop a core in, we could only expect to salvage some basic parts. we would never get back the neodymium, for instance. We may, but only small amounts in the form of basic components. Now the comet doesn't have a huge capacity, so we're going to get stuck for space. So the intention here is to just fill up the comet with thrusters. When she gets full, we're going to just drop those thrusters into the factory and take up all that juicy neodymium. So the storage is full. Let's open up our factory. Well, first let's open up our box and throw these thrusters, etc., onto the hotbar. So pick something that uses a lot of resources and just pop it in. What's the neodymium here? It should start to shoot up. Grab that one. And we're just going to repeat this process now until we've taken all the thrusters from this thing. It would be nice to get at least another 1,000 neodymium, I think, and then we should be able to bring in the capital vessel that I have in mind. So it's always best to start to use your own personal drone to get this achieved, or else you're going to be running around, falling down, maybe getting attacked by stuff, and it's easier to root stuff out and you can see things a bit easier, and anything that doesn't fit into the container will just drop by your feet, so you don't need to worry about things falling on the floor and you're not being able to get them, etc. So I'm sure that guy would like to get a piece of me. I think I'm going to use the drone here and just drag him out away from the ship. I don't think a Desert Giga's IQ is kind of high in any way. He's more interested in a drone right now, so I should be able to get my sniper out. Where are you? It's always worth checking these guys out. Sometimes they have some quite rare loot on them. So we will retake our position. Get our drone back out. And resume. So I've been lucky really. I haven't needed to go hand mining for lots of materials. We've managed to gather everything that we've needed so far from just salvage. Food wise, we're doing okay. I've got lots of food still, lots of meds, and we're doing okay for loot as well. This is a big one, so I'm hoping the comet can actually accommodate this. These ones have a lot of hit points. this one's going to give us a lot of neo. Probably what we need. We need about 2,000 roughly altogether. I think we're on about 1,700. 1841. So a few more. Quick reload. So that's given us just about what we need. So anything else now is going to be a bonus. It is annoying that it switches from the connected bar every time you try and connect to your factory. So not many left now. I think we've pretty much stripped this vessel. And you guys can see what I mean there about the excess just falling on the floor in front of you. You can grab them now. Ah, I didn't realise they were there and I destroyed the core. I have a few spare ones there, so we'll just plop another one in, I guess. It's worth grabbing them. If we didn't have the core, all we're gonna get is just the components. I keep pressing the debug menu for some reason. So I think this is the final two thrusters. And hopefully we can get on our way. Have a last check around before I destroy my core. I don't want to waste another one. I think that's it though. Yeah, there's always a few more. comet is full again. So I have enough Neo now to build the capital ship. I don't think I want to throw in every single thruster, so I'm going to take a few. But I'm not sure the Comet's going to be able to fly very well with the weight, but we'll see. Yeah, she's nice and heavy. Hopefully now I can actually get out and into orbit. It's going to be a slow ascent upwards, I think. So the plan now is to just head home, but along the way we could visit the UCH. We haven't visited them yet. Just trying to find their mission. Make contact with Terran forces. Let you guys read that if you like. They happen to have a research vessel in orbit around the Delta Sun, the Odyssey. So let's pay them a visit then. It's along the way or along the route home, so we may as well. So the Comet's moving really slow right now with all the weight she's carrying. So a maximum speed of 44 meters a second. And we have over 12 kilometers to go. So I'm going to do you guys a favour. I'm going to do a cut. And I'll bring you back when we get closer. I think it's only fair. So welcome back. With just over 800 meters to go. As we're approaching the UCH research vessel. See what they have to say. I just realised that oxygen levels are getting critical. I'm sure we'll be fine. Just going to turn thrusters off, but I want to preserve everything that's in the fridge. And now we're stuck in a state of stasis, which is odd because I think we have gravity here. So just because I turned off the thrusters doesn't mean to say we should have floated around. Never mind. To speak to this chap. Now, we could sell some of the navigational data to him. Over 51,000 for that. We've got 2 of them. But I don't think that's worth it. We have other items that we could probably make some credits with. But not just yet. And that navigational data is quite a worthy resource to keep. We can trade them in, and it extends our jump range on our warp drive. So I think each navigational data increases your range by 1 AU, astronomical unit. I could be wrong, but I think that's right. And an astronomical unit is the distance between the Sun and the Earth. So I think that's about 150 million kilometers or something around there. Or 8 light minutes. So while I was waffling on there, I just realised that I took another mission from the captain, which has overridden the current mission we were on, which is make contact with the UCH research vessel. So I'm just going to try and start that mission again. The mission that the captain was on about was visiting other planets. You guys can pause and have a read of that. You'd have to back up on the video. So I'm not going to chat to him again. What I really need to do is continue with the mission that we're on and try and find this lead researcher and see what he's got to say. So I spoke to the captain too soon. I made my way here earlier. So I was going to chat to him again. Hopefully I can make enough space to pick that up. One's flown off the other way behind me. Okay, where did it go? So there's one. A small electronic bridge. I don't know where that other one's gone. They disappear so fast. Okay, well I hope it wasn't anything too useful. Have a little look around, maybe it floated between the floors. No, I think I've been unlucky there. Lost that one. And that UCH research mission didn't complete. and it's looped back to the start now, so we can manually complete these off, which is lucky, because we did actually do all these steps. Yes, we spoke to the captain. Just pause here again for yourselves if you're interested in getting the information. The main thing to take from this is that there's extra missions, and from what you do here onwards really is up to ourselves, which is lucky because we do have kind of our own plans to get on with, which is bringing in our CV and moving from that horrible, inhospitable planet, Sienna, and finding a new home. So we're still only moving at 43 meters a second, and we have a fair bit to go. So I'm going to do you guys a favour again and cut the vid and bring it back when we're a bit closer. Okay guys, we're back at Sienna. We're a bit closer now. We are getting pushed for time, so I think we're going to start wrapping this up soon. I would like to show you guys the CV we've been talking about and the whole purpose of going to get the resources that we needed, especially the neodymium on that desert planet. We've come back with some more materials as well. We've managed to grab some bits and bobs. Sure that'll go into the box. Maybe it's worth yeah, maybe if I put this underneath and we can put the CV on top if it fits. It's only a small CV, it's a size class 1. It's basically a van, a space van. So let's pop all our loot in. We're starting to build up a fine collection of resources now, and weapons and armors, etc., which is nice. So our logistics box is getting full now as well. I'm not overly concerned. We're going to be chucking everything into the van soon and finding a new home. So on that note everyone, I'm going to say goodbye. But beforehand we're going to spawn in our CV and give you guys a look. If you've enjoyed the episode, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe.